I grew up in just a normal family home. I had normal family values. We went to church for as long as I can remember. And then as a teenager, I just really struggled, but I didn't really know what with. I'd go to school and I'd be fine. Then I'd come home and I would just go upstairs and cry for hours, and like nobody knew, and I did it for years, and I didn't know why. And as I got a bit older, I would go out drinking all the time, taking pills, and I was still like self-harming, doing things that I really shouldn't have been doing. But the whole time, like in my mind, I'm like, I just want to be on my own. That's what all day I would think about, that I couldn't wait to just not have to put on this face. Throughout that time, like leading up to that point, the main thing I wanted was to obviously not be in this world anymore. I just wanted to be dead, because like that just seemed like the only option, and that seemed like the easiest option. So like I would plan it. Like I would love to go home from whatever I was doing just so that I could have time to plan it. And I would like go for walks intending to do something. And I hated myself because I was like, there's just one thing I want to do, the only thing I want to do, and I'm not even brave enough to do it. So I hated myself for it, and I would like punish myself for that. And then a close friend of mine was killed tragically out of nowhere. Of course I was sad and I was like grieving, but the main thing that like got me most was I was more like jealous, because I wanted that to be me, and I couldn't understand why someone so nice I'm fine. I can understand why somebody who actually deserved and wanted to be alive had his life taken from him. Yeah, and I just wanted it to be me. And I was having a conversation with my best friend. She was just like, you know, you're not the same anymore. How are you coping with all these things that's going on? And I just said to her, I was like, I feel like I'm living in a black hole. I was like, this is my life. Like, there's no way of getting out. I've just accepted that this is going to be it. Like, there's no future for me. It's just, I know I can't end it, so I'm just going to live in this black hole. And she was like crying. And I couldn't understand why she was crying, because it was like, it's fine. This is just, you have your life. Some people just, I don't know. I was like, this is it. Like, I don't know anything else. And then shortly after that, a good friend of mine who was a Christian invited me to like a church event. And I didn't really think anything of it. So I went with her to this church event, and I had all these like walls up and didn't want to speak to anybody. And then the person preaching was preaching about Matthew, and he was saying about how you wouldn't light a candle and then put a basket over it. You would light a candle and put it on a stand to light the whole room up. And in that moment, like without even intending or like wanting anything, just in that moment, everything just stopped. Like all that darkness and all that weight just went out of nowhere. Like I didn't even pray for it, I didn't ask for it. It just went, and I was like welling up, and the Holy Spirit was just like, depression's gone. That's it, it's done. I knew that was Jesus. Like there's nothing else that could have been. Like I had tried every other way to get out, and it was Jesus. Without me even asking, he just came into my life, and he literally was like a light in my darkness, and just transformed my life from that moment. And then a couple of weeks later, I gave my life to the Lord. And since then, I've never had a depressive thought. I've never wanted to harm myself. I've never been in pain in that way. I've been able to forgive people in my family, forgive friends, forgive myself. Like I would do anything for Jesus because of what he did for me, and I would do it with joy because he's awesome.